get into it, baby. Couple things we talking about. Do you think women play a role in men committing crimes? Think about it. Also, Gabrielle Union said her and Dwayne Wade split the bills. Are you splitting the bills in a marriage? What you think about that? And also, why are black Americans being disproportionately audited by the IRS? What you think? We're going to talk about all that and a whole bunch more. It's coming up. You kicking it with KC, baby. Yeah, man. We're going to start everything off with popular topics that may or may not be talked about in the news. Yours truly, KCMC, 10 plus years in radio. Let's go. So, first story, broadcasting live on YouTube and my Instagram right now. The first female mayor of New Orleans. This is coming from NOLA.com, NOLA.com. New Orleans Mayor LaToya Cantrell has apologized for a recent comment regarding violent incidents targeting women in the city. In response to a question about the cases, Cantrell mentioned that women also play a role in violent activity. And then she ended up clarifying that the cases were not random. So a lot of people, including the family of the victims, were like, yo, that was very insensitive. And I can agree. And obviously she agreed because she said she apologized to the families directly, but she didn't make any public apologies. Pretty much people felt like she doubled down. However, some victims' families and friends found her comments hurtful and felt that they were unfairly blamed as the victims. Now, Cantrell stated that her comments were misunderstood and that she personally apologized to the families who have forgiven her. She emphasized that her intention was not to hurt anyone or trivialize the impact on the affected women of their families. Excuse me. Now, Cantrell explained that her remark was made from an investigative standpoint, although she did not provide further details on the connection to the cases. She expressed remorse for the distress caused and acknowledged the sensitivity and grief experienced by the affected families. So yes, she apologized to the families directly. She said, I'm sorry, that's not what it is. I'm not saying y'all daughters are to be at fault. There's a lot of violence going on in New Orleans, a lot of shootings, and a couple women, specifically graduates of nursing school, some students in nursing school in New Orleans, they were victims of these crimes, unfortunately. And the mayor comes out and says something like, well, you know, these women be playing a role in the crimes too. Now, I'm not laughing at that, but I'm laughing like, what the heck will make you say something like that with everybody being around, cameras and all? That was wild to me. Now, this is the question. Do women play a role in some of these crimes that men are committing? Even when it's a man-on-man crime. Are women the root of the problem? Possibly. Are they connected? Now, I don't want to say that's true in all cases, because it's definitely not. It's not universal. But what I will say is, yeah, I believe in a lot of cases, there's some significant role of a woman being played in there. Either a man jealous of a man being involved with a woman, or a woman setting a man up with some other men and they rob him or something like that. You just never know nowadays. You see what I'm saying? Now, we can't blame women on everything. I'm not saying that, obviously, but I ain't gonna cap and say that men get in their emotions about women. And when it comes to men getting in their emotions, it become a violent thing sometimes. So we don't know if these women are connected to these crimes. They're saying it's possibly random. They don't know. She said the cases were not random. But I mean, you gotta kind of look at it from all perspectives. I think it might be a case of jealousy. Maybe a man, an ex-boyfriend of some sorts, or a friend of an ex-boyfriend getting jealous of a woman moving on. She in nursing school doing her thing, actually progressing in life, taking pictures of her on vacation with her friends, looking good in that swimsuit. He was like, nah, I don't like that. Now, I'm not saying I'm with that, obviously. I'm just looking at all perspectives. No, rest in peace to the victims, and my condolences to the family. But we just keeping all perspectives in mind. But do you think women play a role in the violence that men commit? I'm going to be honest. I do feel like in some way it's rooted and connected to a woman in some way. That's just me thinking out loud. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show. 313-466-4386. Let's switch up the topics real quick. I got another one. This one you probably already heard about. It's about Gabrielle Union and her situation with Dwayne Wade going 50-50. This coming from usatoday.com. Gabrielle Union in a recent Bloomberg interview stated that her household operates on a 50-50 financial arrangement. She's obviously married to Dwayne Wade, in case you didn't know that. And she's a stepmom to a couple of his children anyway. But she was basically talking about how they're both breadwinners. In her previous relationship, she was the real breadwinner. She was the man of the household. And she said, now with Dwayne Wade, I ain't got to be the man of the house. But we do split bills 50-50 because I'm nervous that, I got so many other responsibilities. I take care of my mom, my auntie, my sister, my brother. He take care of his mom, his auntie, baby mama, sister. We both got other families we feeding. So we kind of help each other and go 50-50. Now, when I thought about that, I was like, yo, I get it. I get it. But a lot of people wanted to put in their 2 cents and have backlash and say all this and that. And specifically on the Breakfast Club, they had a conversation about what are your thoughts? A lot of people were talking about women. Some women expressed how they like to have separate bank accounts from their husband because of divorce rates. And then some women say, no, this is ours. We've been married 22 years. Everything is ours. We speak in language of us, togetherness. I don't blame you for either. I thought about it. Like, when and if I get married, do I want to have my own separate account for my wife? Now, this is what I thought about at the end. I'm not mad at a woman who wants to have her own separate account, do her own thing, have her own money. But at the same time, I want to know about it. If I'm your husband, at least be honest. Don't lie to me about it. Just tell me about it. I'm like, all right, cool. Maybe I'll have my own too. Or maybe I just be like, you do your thing and we just got our bank together. That's one thing. That's how I feel. But in regards to this situation with Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade and them splitting things 50-50, they're freaking millionaires, man. Do you know what kind of bills they got? My bills probably don't total no more than like $2,000 a month. I might be off by a little bit. $2,000 a month. They probably got like $100,000 a month bills, bro. She's an actress. When was the last time you seen Gabrielle Union in a good movie playing the main role? Bring It On. She was a sidekick in Bad Boys 2. That's about it. She got to hustle for that paper. She don't know where her real money coming from. Tell me the last time you seen Gabrielle Union in a starring role in the movie. I'll wait. Okay then. So, she's leaning on Dwayne Wade, who's an ex-basketball player. But, 3 championships? He got some rings. He's in the Hall of Fame. And he's hosting a game show right now. Dwayne Wade getting money. He getting money. So, she doing him a favor by splitting the bills. If you ask me, cool, baby. That's what you want to do? Fine, let's do that. A lot of people was questioning Dwayne Wade's manhood. He ain't a real man. He ain't providing for his woman. You supposed to pay all the bills. You bringing in the bread. Listen, my mans, listen. My situation, I could probably pay all the bills and everything for my girl too. But you know what? My girl is my partner. She's helping. We do this together. So I understand that perspective. So anybody that got any, that's what you do in your household. But to say that they're wrong or to judge them, that's what I don't agree with. But what you think about going 50-50 with your husband or your wife when you're both millionaires? Let me know. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show. 313-466-4386. I got one more topic for you. We about to flow through it real quick. Talking about the IRS, man. They on you niggas' asses. Pause. Literally. Pause, though. Balleralert.com talking about the IRS releasing an investigation revealing that black taxpayers are audited at higher rates than expected given their population rate. Basically saying they're audited at a disproportionate rate compared to the white population or anybody else. Now, previous research showed that black Americans are 5 times more likely to be audited than taxpayers of other races. Lawmakers have called for a review of the IRS auditing process. The agency plans to allocate some of their funding to understand potential systematic biases and evaluate its procedures. Now, the thing about it is, they have the nerve to say that the IRS does not track filers' race. They say a flawed artificial algorithm may contribute to the disparities. They're blaming it on the algorithms that they create. Bruh, If y'all don't have taxpayers' race, how do y'all even know they black? Somebody please fill me in, bro. If y'all don't keep track of their race, how do you know they're black? I guess afterwards they've been harmed. They say, yo, I've been audited. I'm black. But here's the thing. Clearly, yeah, your algorithm or you have some type of issue. You got to take care of that, man. Or let's say, for an example, the algorithm is being the algorithm. It's not basing anything on race. Let's say the algorithm is basing things on numbers. It's also saying it's disproportionately auditing people of lower tax brackets. So it's including black people and some of these people, broke people pretty much. They're being disproportionately audited by the IRS. So it's a little bit of racism, but it's also classism. You in this lower class, you're more than likely be audited. They're saying a lot of this is coming because of the earned income tax credit that a lot of people were receiving. Some of the systems were seeing things being off. So they were like, nah, you're going to have to send us some more paperwork. We need to see everything that you've made. That's what an audit is. When they say an audit, they say the paperwork that you sent in for your income tax, yeah, we don't believe that. We need more paperwork. We need to see everything. And they're saying it's happening a lot more to black people and basically poor people. That's very, very unfortunate. This is what I got to say in regards to that. I think we just need to be, and by we, I mean black people. Not putting myself in a class with anybody, but this is what I want to say. We as a people need to be smarter about the advantages of businesses and the structures of business entities, LLCs, and taking advantage of these taxes. These millionaires, billionaires, even 100,000aires, they're taking advantage of it. That's how they're ahead of the game. They're getting money, they're investing money, they're managing their money well. They're also doing things to save money on their taxes, which makes sense. Because if you don't know, for every dollar that you have, that you've made, you're supposed to pay a tax on it. Every single dollar. You're supposed to be paying a tax on that. So think about keeping track of everything that you made. All the Cash App dollars that you've been getting, Venmos, Apple Pays, Google Pays. All of that's supposed to be tracked as income, and you're supposed to be taxed for that. Now, if you're taxed for all of that, yeah, it'd probably be a lot more people audited. But the point is, why are they disproportionate? Let's just say, for an example, the system is, like I said, the system isn't being racist. It's going straight off numbers. So it's doing black people and poor people. Okay. What other things in this country are disproportionately affecting the black American population? There's plenty more. The criminal justice system, police brutality, economic inequalities, housing discrimination, educational inequalities, voter suppression. Must I go on? Are all of these a coincidence? We could say maybe it's a coincidence with the whole IRS thing and it's the algorithm. Cool. What about these other 6 things? Why are black people at a disproportionate rate of being affected by these? It cannot just all be a coincidence. There's something going on systematically. But that's just what I think. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show. 313-466-4386. We about to go ahead and switch it up for you, baby. Talking about music now. We live on Instagram, KIWKCMC. Shout out to my bro. Recent project we listened to, NBA Youngboy, Richest Op. Listen to this on YouTube Music, no endorsement. This was 17 tracks, 49 minutes. If you know me, I like my projects to be between 30 and 45 minutes. Not too short that I don't take it serious, not too long that I get bored. This was just outside of that. All right, cool. 17 tracks. It seems like a lot, I'm not gonna lie, especially in nowadays, but it is what it is. Now, out of all the songs, there's one song that was going around, everybody was talking about. It was called F the Industry Part 2, where he talked about Drake and a whole bunch of other artists just talking mess about him. Now, I listened to that track, and I'm gonna be honest. I can barely understand what he's talking about, bro. I don't understand half of what this dude is saying. Now, I'm not gonna sit up here and act super old and say, it's just all mumble rap and I can't hear anything. Let me take that back. What I will say is the yelling, the auto-tune, the melody, the screaming, the pow, 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 all of that is moving too fast. Call me old. Yeah, I'm old. I'm not in his demographic. I understand that. But I listened to like 3 of his projects in the last 2-3 months. Trust me, check my old 2-3 episodes back. I listened to an NBA YoungBoy project. So he's dropping them like flies. That I can respect. He's dropping content. So I respect his hustle. 3 tracks that stood out to me though. Hurt My Heart. I don't know why that stood out to me, but it did. Perspective. I actually understood what he was saying in that. I could get with that. So that was pretty cool. And then Slider was pretty nice too. Now it could have been another track or 2 that stood out to me other than F the Industry Part 2. So that makes what, 4, 5, maybe 6 out of 17. That's technically a good percentage we shooting from. Almost a third, more than a third if we doing 6. 6 tracks out of 17. But nonetheless, Young Boy NBA Young Boy, whatever you want to call him, he for the young boys. I am not that, bro. Mentally, I am, which is why I listen to him and I'm open to it. But, bruh, it get lost in translation though. I ain't even gonna cap, man. But hey, I'm here for it. NBA Young Boy. Let me know what you think about him as an artist. Richest Out. Let me know what you think about that project as in its entirety if you listen to it. Or let me know any other project or artist you think I should be doing an audio audit on. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show. 313-466-4386. Let's switch, baby. Yeah, we talking about movies, TV shows that we recently seen. Scenes I saw Corn Stream. Bel-Air season 2. So they just completed the entire season. 10 episodes of Bel-Air. I'm into Bel-Air. Me and my girl, we watching this together. I'm into Bel-Air. I'm cool with it. I like what it is, different perspective on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. What I will say is, I always watch everything with the eye of continuity and real life perspective. And I pick it apart and I'm like, yo, this just doesn't make sense. Now, I know it's a TV show. I know these are movies. It's supposed to be dramatized and things like that. My point is, I've seen projects that have had an entire realistic plot and ending. So I ain't gonna say I don't think it's that hard because I haven't done it. Trust me, I'm in the process of doing it though. I'm gonna get it done. But the point is, I think if you put more, like you don't have a whole crew, like if you put real thought to it, you can pull some real plots off and have it be realistic. But getting back on track with Bel-Air, there's a few things that happened in season 2. Ultimately, Will, ending season 1, he got into it with his dad. He started a new life. He ended up he tried to be more independent. Getting into it with Uncle Phil a couple times in this season. If I was Uncle Phil, I would have put his ass out. First and foremost, would have been put you out the house. You ain't even blood to me. You my wife's nephew. So I would have put you out. That's all I'm gonna say. Will also got in some situation with his basketball coach at his school. So then he ended up playing AAU for Zenith, a team called Zenith out there in LA, where it turns out the coach there, a black coach, was actually taking bribes from colleges to try to steer some of his players to certain schools. Now, at the end of it, he broke it down and said, listen, I'm doing the same thing a lot of these big universities been doing for a long time. Why should I be penalized for it? I'm giving these boys from the streets an opportunity. They supporting me. They still with me. Why do I have to be the bad guy for this? I understood that. I'm not going to lie. I understood that. But I also understood when Will came at him and said, you just another nigga looking for a come up. I was like, yo, I get that too, bro. I get that too. And that's anybody. A lot of people will scam just for their come up. And I was like, bro, I get it, bro. I get it. But I don't blame him. So I'm neutral. I'm on the fence about that. On the other side, we had Carlton going back to doing drugs, being on the powder, all types of goofy stuff, bro. I'm like, what are you doing, dog? So he was messing around with one of his white friends, doing that powder again. He ended up going up against Will for the Founders Award at the end of the season. Carlton got the Founders Award, but he ended up snitching on himself. Now that's the biggest part that I felt was unreal out of everything. He went up there, they called his name, said he won the Founders Award against his own cousin, Will Smith. As soon as he gets up there, he chokes. This is because he basically, his little sister Ashley found out he was doing drugs in the locker. So he went up there, saw his sister, saw the crowd, and decided to tell everybody that he'd been on drugs. I was like, ain't no way. Out of all this scheming and scamming you've been doing the whole season to get that award, even abusing your own sister, you wait until you get it to freeze up and tell everybody the truth. Bro, I was like, come on, man. Y'all might as well have let Carlton just slide his way all the way through. That was weak. That was very weak to me. That was very weak to me. But moving on to the other people, Hillary, she was bouncing between Jazz and LaMarcus. I forgot the dude's name. Played football though, but she was bouncing between both of them. Like, she just being a hot in the box little chick, bro. And that's what these women do. That's what they gonna do. They gonna explore themselves. They gonna hop from him to him. They gonna do that. But then later on in life, they start to realize the mistakes they made and try to put more value on a box. After you done had multiple videos made of you, after multiple trains, after you done had a couple baby daddies that you don't even mess with no more. Now it's all valuable. I get it. Yeah, put a value on it now. Be more respectful to yourself. But you should have did that a long time ago, or you might as well still be a little loose. That's just what I feel like. But anyway, Ashley, the little sister, also came out as being part of the LGBTQIA plus community. To no surprise, somebody had to be there. And she ended up taking interest in the white girl that ended up telling on her teacher about some of the books she was giving Ashley that were outside of course syllabus. So she ended up being like, yeah, I like you. I like your LGBTQIA rainbow pin. You wanna go? You wanna hang out this summer? Yeah, I do wanna hang out this summer. So that's kind of where that led to. It's like, bro, come on, man. Why y'all gotta romanticize these little girls? They are in like middle school. Why are we romanticizing these little girls? I hated that, bro. I hated that, bro. I hated that. I had to get that out. I hated that, bro. So I get it. They're playing the Hollywood game. Cool. Do what you gotta do. But being on the real side, I felt like that was weak. Overall, BS aside, Bel-Air is a nice series. I'm hooked in for season 3. As I'm watching it with my girl, we predicted all of that stuff that was gonna happen in season 2. But you know, it is what it is. So let me know what you think about Bel-Air as a series, or let me know what you think about season 2. Go off in the live chat in the comments. Call into the show 313-466-4386. Let's switch it up. Let's talk about sports, baby. From the stands of a sports fan, my man Pots and Pans. Let's get into it. Shout out to my girl for doing my hair. Got me crispy out here, looking like MJG. All right, so NBA news. We talking about Ja Morant. Let's get straight into it. Ja Morant suspended after a new video of him brandishing a gun goes viral. Excuse me, did you hear me? Another gun, another video. This happened within like a 2 or 3 month span. Yes, he was brandishing a gun in a club before and after a Denver Nuggets game. Now he's brandishing a gun in the car with his friend. Everybody like, you can't be this dumb, bro. You can't be. Clearly he is. Now he recently released a statement basically saying, I know my words don't mean anything, but I take full responsibility. I'm gonna focus on working on myself. Now you would be a fool to do it a third time, bro. I mean, you will get dragged. And everybody, not do I think he's gonna do it a third time? Absolutely not. But at this point, with you doing it twice, and twice within like a few months span, clearly we have to wonder if you're gonna do it again. We have to wonder, bro. We just have to. So with that being said, I hope you don't, but I don't think you will. But with that being said, yo. Should he be let go from the Grizzlies? No. That's a great, he's a big investment. Should he be suspended for an entire season? Don't rob the people of that. Give them about half a season. Tap them on the butt. Their squad actually does pretty well without him, if I'm being honest. So let them ride that out for about half a season. Add him in the mix, see how they do. Really compare how this team does when they add him back after the suspension. That'll make Memphis think how valuable he really is and if he's worth the money. That's just what I think. And I like Ja. Don't get it twisted. I like Ja. But objectively speaking, you got to wonder if he's really worth the money with all that. So anyway, moving forward, just have to speak on this. Doc Rivers was fired by the 76ers officially. This was a couple days ago. He was maybe not even a week ago that he was fired, let go. Now, this is what I want to say in regards to that. He ends his stint with the Sixers with a 154 wins, 82 loss record in the regular season and 20 wins and 15 losses during the playoffs, with 3 Eastern Conference semifinals appearances. So he couldn't get him over that hump. Once your squad, the owners, the president, once they see there's a hump that you can't get over consistently, especially 3 times, it's time for a change. Now, this is what I gotta say in regards to that. Now, I just did an episode about how I feel head coaches really don't make that much of a difference. I don't think it's really about the head coaches. Joel Embiid himself said him and James Harden can't do it alone. They need more artillery on the field. I get that. It probably wasn't Doc Rivers at all. Now, a lot of people are going to attribute that to his record and a few things like that. But what we're saying is, when it comes down to real battle, real adjustments that you have to make in real time, forget what your coach said. Forget what the assistant coaches told you. You're moving in real time. You're not thinking about none of these plays. So that's what I'm saying. The coaches, how expendable are they? I'm not going to say they're worthless. You have guidance. You do the substitutions. You know how certain players play in certain situations. I get that. But at the same time, I mean, you couldn't get them over that hump. And at the same time, even Joel Embiid says it's the players. Me and James can't do it alone. Reports are saying James Harden don't even want to be there. They saying, and by they, I hate to say they. I hate that word. Reports are saying, sources are saying, these blogs are saying James Harden is interested in going back to the Rockets. I don't believe that. I think they just need a story. But nonetheless, it's out there. So I just want to say I don't believe that. Now, moving on to the actual NBA playoffs currently, what's going on, we will say Eastern Conference Finals and Western Conference Finals are officially underway. Round 2, out of there. Lakers got Golden State out of there. Denver got Phoenix out of there. Boston got the Knicks out of there. No, the Heat got the Knicks out of there. Boston got the 76ers out of there. So now you got Boston against the Heat in the Eastern Conference and the Lakers against Denver Nuggets in the Western Conference. Now already the Lakers in Denver already kicked off in Denver. Game 1, Denver got it. They had like a 15-20 point lead throughout the first half to start off. But then the Lakers ended up bringing it in within 10. And you would have thought the Lakers had a solid chance of winning. But, Denver kept it going. A lot of people like to play the altitude into a factor. I'm pretty sure it is a factor. But the Lakers held their own. I will say that. They paced themselves. So we'll see how that series extends, especially as they go to LA and as the Lakers get used to Denver and get used to that altitude. So we'll see. I don't know who I have coming out of that series. I don't know. I would love for the story of LeBron to come from the play-in tournament to winning a championship in his 20th year. I would love to just witness that. I'm not going to lie, bro. But at the same time, I'm a LeBron hater, and I wouldn't mind Jokic. Because Jokic is playing like a... Boy, that boy going crazy. Boy, Jokic going crazy. Boy averaged 35, 13, and 10 against the Phoenix Suns. When I saw that stat, I said, God dang. This boy crazy. And I was like, I never watched a full game of Nikola Jokic.
When I watched it, I said, wow, he had 12 rebounds in the first quarter. I get it now. I get it now. He's averaging a triple-double in like his last 6 playoff games. Give it to this man. He's doing his thing, dog. So anyway, Miami, Boston Celtics in the Eastern Conference. Jimmy Butler went off, got the job done against the Knicks. Jason Tatum, 51. Put up 51 against the 76ers in Game 7. Got them up out of there. Left Joel Embiid crying again. Then saying he and James Harden can't do it alone. All right, whatever, dude. But the point is, Boston against Miami, that actually starts tonight. I think the game starts at, let's go ahead and get real time on this. 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're about 2.5 hours away at this point. It's about 6 o'clock right now, Eastern Standard Time. So, yeah, I don't know who's going to turn it. I know Jimmy Butler. I'm a Jimmy Buckets fan. And Jason Tatum are going to go off. That's going to be pure basketball. Now that I think about it, I can't wait for that series. That's going to, they might put up 70. Somebody going to put up 60. Somebody's putting up 60. I'm saying it right here. Somebody's putting up 60. They're going to show out. Oh, dog. Hey, let me know what you think. Who got that series between both? I will say I'm a Jimmy Buckets fan, but I like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. So I'm going to go with Boston. And I'm not even a Boston fan at all. But I like them boys, dog. And I'm a Jimmy Buckets fan too, dog. So we'll see. We'll see how that turns out, man. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show 313-466-4386. Hey, real quick, I forgot to make this announcement. LeBron James Jr. officially made the announcement he's committing to USC, University of Southern California. Congratulations. Big announcement. LeBron was happy. First, James's person in his family to go to college. So he was excited about that. As you should be, man. I'm the first one in my family to go too. Go and actually complete. So I understand that feeling, man. So congratulations to Bronny. He don't need to go to college. But it's a good test. See how he does in college at the collegiate level. Then move on to the professional level. I like to see that. That'll be a night. It'll be a good year. Will he do one? I think he should do all 4 years. I'm just going to say that. I think he should do all 4 years. You don't need the money. What are you rushing for? Now, they might say, we don't want him to risk getting injured. Listen, bro. If you're going to get injured playing a college game, you're going to get injured playing a professional game. Trust me. And it ain't like, I ain't going to say trust me like I played. But if you're going to get injured, you're going to get injured. It just depends on how you play, bro, ultimately. So what I feel like, yeah, let him play all 4 years. See how it turns out. I want him to see if he will win the championship in them 4 years. See if he'll be effective. Then bring him to the league. That's just what I think. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments. Call into the show 313-466-4386. You know what I didn't mention though either? I want to talk about this. Bring it back to NBA. Other sports. Brittany Griner recently played her first preseason game. Her first game since being detained in Russia for 10 months, by the way. Just wanted to bring that up. She returned to game action for the first time since a nearly 10-month detainment in Russia on drug-related charges. Ended up with a prisoner swap in December, just in case, just giving you a wrap-up. But anyway, the 7-time All-Star who missed the entire 2022 season because of detainment finished with 10 points, 3 rebounds in a WNBA preseason game against the Los Angeles Sparks. A whopping 10 points and 3 rebounds. Whoa. The moment we've all been waiting for her to come back home and contribute to this economy. Oh my God, bro. Now, I'm not, listen, as a regular person, an American and a black American, what I will say is, yeah, I'm happy she's home. I feel like that was bold. That was a little extensive. That could have been anybody, bro. That could have been anybody. But at the same time, you made a dumb move. I don't think that you should have got what they was talking about, but you made a dumb move. Now, we didn't give up the arms dealer, the Russian arms dealer. We didn't give up the god of war for somebody that's putting up 10 points and 3 rebounds. Come on, bro. Anyway, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. Let me move on from that. So anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you think about Brittany Griner putting up 10 points and 3 rebounds. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show 313-466-4386. Let's switch, man. I want to think out loud real quick. This was on my mind recently. Women, you get married, you want to hyphenate your last name. Why you want to hyphenate your last name? They say, I'm the only child. I want to keep the legacy of my family. Okay, cool. Let's say that is the case. You want to be Robbins Lacey or something like that. You want to have your hyphenated name, Robbins Lacey. Okay, cool. So your child, they're going to be Thomas Robbins Lacey. That's no, I'm sorry, your girl. Your Thomas Robbins Lacey or whatever. So then your daughter has that name. So then when she gets married, she want to keep her name. Does she hyphenate that name too? She going to be Robbins Lacey Gilchrist. Oh, and then you going Robbins Lacey Gilchrist Thompson. Like, how many times you gonna hyphenate your name? Why are you hyphenating your name? You wanna keep attached to your listen, let it go. Be a wife, attached to your husband, start a new family, accept his last name. Get over it. Or don't get married at all. That's just me thinking out loud. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments, call into the show. 313-466-4386. That's just me thinking out loud. Hey, listen, man, we about to get up out of here. Before we do that, I need you to do me a favor. Kick it with KCMC on all social media at KIWKCMC. That's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. At Kick It with KCMC on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. That's just the abbreviations. Broadcasting live on Instagram, by the way. Shout out to Mike Jeff, Con Man and Chef, the official JW, and my brother right there. Hey, also got to support my sponsor, man, Team Elite, man. They on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at TEAMELITE313. That's Team Elite 313 on all social media. And check out their premium urban-based athleisure wear. That's athletic leisure wear. Sweatshirts, t-shirts, hoodies, tech fleece jogger sets, varsity sets, and more. It's all on their website, teamelite313.com. Ask your mom, baby. Yo, I appreciate you for kicking with KCMC. I'm trying to do this thing where, I'm live on Instagram and all that other good stuff. But listen, make sure you tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that like button if you got this far, man. Do me a favor, man. Please do that. Listen, I ain't here to beg, but if you got a couple dollars, donate to the show so we can grow. I appreciate that. Cash App KCMC313. Yo, other than that, tell a friend and tell a friend. We up out of here, man. Appreciate you.